If you're a car enthusiast, you might think you've seen it all. Boy, would you be wrong in thinking that. You better get ready to be truly amazed because what we've gathered for you today are 10 of the strangest cars we've ever found around the internet. And believe us, you've never heard of them. So watch this video and then tell your friends about it because even if they don't love cars, they'll love these. Number 1 is the Peel P50. This incredibly tiny car has even made it to the famous Top Gear series featuring Jeremy Clarkson riding it to get to work. And it caused quite the stir because of all the hilarious jokes the hosts were able to make about its size. It's 53 inches long, 40 inches wide, and only weighs 123 pounds. And for speed, it can hit the amazingly fast speed of 38 kilometers per hour. Even though originally it cost less than 200 pounds at an auction in 2016, it sold for $176,000 recently. 50 cars were made by the company, although only 27 are known to exist. Maybe we can interest you in a treasure hunt for the remaining 23 Peel P50s. Number 2 is the Tyrrell P34. This weird-looking Formula One car gives you the uneasy feeling that something's wrong when you look at it, and it takes a second or two to realize what's missing, or better yet, what's not missing but's added. This six-wheel Formula One car was designed by Derek Gardner with the goal to reduce the amount of lift in comparison to standard front wheels, which in turn would allow him to use less aerodynamic details in the front. Although the car was a success, a lot of drivers started complaining about braking issues, and Goodyear did not want to produce tires to fit the Tyrrell, so it never became a big hit that its designer wanted it to be. Now, we don't know if that's a shame or not, but we do know that it's definitely among the weirdest cars we've seen. Number 3 is the Isetta. This little fella, it's still available to buy, although you might want to keep in mind you can't find it for less than 25,000 pounds. Also called the Bubble Car, this amazing little vehicle was the world's first mass production car that achieved a fuel consumption of 78 miles per gallon, or 3 liters to 100 kilometers. It features only one door in the front of the car because it's so small the designers had to put the engine in the back. But don't think it doesn't have comforts. It has a small sofa that can fit 2 people. And let's be honest, driving the Isetta is not about comfort. It's about that weird beauty that hipsters and antique lovers share alike. Number 4 is the Rinspeed S-Cuba. If you have seen the James Bond movie The Spy Who Loved Me, then you'll understand where the designer of this car, Mr. Rendernecht, got his idea from. This vehicle can move underwater almost like a submarine and is actually a modified Lotus Elise that cost about $1.5 million to build. It was presented in 2008 at the Geneva Motor Show and caused quite a stir among wannabe James Bonds and car enthusiasts alike. It has 6 lithium-ion batteries and an electric motor, which makes it a zero-emission car. And it can get 50 miles per hour in 7.1 seconds and a top speed of 75 miles per hour. Number 5 is Dream Car 123. The designer of this amazingly weird car is an inventor from Illinois named Greg Zanis, and he says that his car is not only fuel efficient but also as safe as a tank. We don't know about that, but what we do know, it has a bottom frame of heavy gauge steel and the whole car is lined with bubble wrap and features bulletproof plexiglass. Although it weighs no more than 8,000 pounds, it has 4 electric motors that'll get you 240 miles and will reach a speed up to about 40 miles per hour. Greg hopes his brainchild can go to mass production and hopes to sell each car for $24,000. We can't wait to see people driving this pyramid-shaped marvel. Number 6 is the Stout Scarab. The Stout Scarab is considered by many the world's first production minivan. Only 9 were ever built, and the creator wanted to sell them for around $5,000, which in the 1940s was like buying something for $94,000 today, which kind of explains why there weren't many Stout Scarabs built. But apart from being expensive, this vehicle had many good things going for it. It had a completely innovative design, an independent suspension with coil springs, making the ride smoother, way better than usual. Also, the engine was reversed and mounted with the flywheel and clutch facing forward, something that Lamborghini would later copy. Number 7 is the Shaman by Avtoros. this car has a crab mode. Although we think that's all you need to know, we're going to let you in on some other stuff too. Apart from looking like a beast, this vehicle can take you and 8 other people to places you never even thought a car could go. The crab mode we mentioned, it allows the vehicle to go sideways. It also has the ability to navigate water. It can reach 44 miles per hour on land and 4.3 miles per hour on water. Of course, before you get all too excited about it, you have to know the starting price, $183,125. And you have to wait 2 months after your order for your monster car to arrive. But if you have the chance, hey, we think it's definitely worth it. Number 8 is the P-Car. Now, just to be clear, it's P-E-A, not P-E-E. And now we got that part out of the way, let's see what the little car has to offer. First of all, one thing you need to know, there was only one model of this car ever produced, and it was created by a company called Asylum that specializes in special effects and model making. It was made for a commercial during which it falls apart as it goes, so the car chassis was based off a modified off-road go-kart using a Honda engine. It weighed 1,653 pounds, could hit a speed of over 60 miles per hour, and it did so without having any gears. Most of the parts were custom made apart from the lights, which came from a Beetle. Kinda cute, kinda strange. Number 9 is the Terrafugia Transition. Although it is officially a roadable airplane, this amazing vehicle is also legal to drive on the road, although getting one will cost you about $400,000. But if you love to fly and drive, well, the sky's the limit, literally. The company says it'll reach up to 70 miles per hour on the road, and in the air it can cruise along at 107 miles per hour and go 489 miles. Now, this is not something we need, most definitely, but something we kinda want. What about you? Number 10's the Marauder. The Marauder induces both fear and awe in everybody who lays their eyes on it. It's a 10-ton vehicle that can carry 10 people with no problem, protects you from explosions, gunfire, and it even has a skin monocle. And it costs $485,000 to get one. Now, as you can understand, the Marauder is not exactly made for civilians, although it's legal to get one if you want it. The manufacturer only made 300 of these, and it was made for military purposes, and most of them came with various defense and weapon systems. Well, that's definitely not something any civilian needs, but we suspect a lot are going to love the idea of driving one of these monsters. Well, there you have it. That's our top 10 strangest cars ever made. Which one do you think was the strangest of all and why? And would you like to drive any of these? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to see our next videos first.